Hello and welcome to a rather sort of grey RAF Lossiemouth north of Scotland. This is the final leg of our loop around the world tour. There is a bit of a reason for departing from here today. I didn't say anything on the last video when I landed, but when I was in the RAF, this was my first posting. So I've worked from all three of these hangars as well as this line. Used to be the visiting aircraft section at the time. Then over on the other side, the two hangars over the back there, and it's 15 Squadron. So I've got a lot of happy memories from up in this area. This add-on scenery is rather good actually. It makes things a bit more realistic. Things do look very similar to how they actually were. Air traffic control looks the same. The hangars have had a bit of a redesign, but they've got different purpose now. Everything looks really good. Right, we should get on with the walk round now. So weather's, as you say, it's broken cloud up there. It's not particularly windy today, which is unusual. So it's going to be like that for the pretty much the whole flight. The cloud is about 2,000 feet. I will take off and do IFR initially, but I will probably drop down and do some VFR flying shortly after takeoff. We'll see how it goes, see how things look. Right, let's start with the walk round. Engine compartment looks good, oil's good, breakers are all in. Nose leg, nose wheel and port side's good. Prop and spinner are good. Engine blanks are off, intake's clear. Nose leg, nose wheel from the front's good. Spinner and prop from the starboard side, that's good. Exhaust looks good. Engine bay on battery side is good. Nose leg, nose wheel, that's fine. Main landing gear, strut, wheels and brakes all look good. Wing strut, leading edges, radome. Let's take the blanks off. Pitos. Light cover's good. Mind the toolkits here. This is another add-on that we've got. Yeah, you wouldn't actually have these toolkits out on the line like that, to be honest. The only time you wear the toolkit out is when you've got something actually going on. Right, anyway, wingtip lights are good. Ailerons, trim tabs, static wicks are all good. Flaps, tracks, runners, all look good there. Starboard side landing gear from the rear looks good. Emergency exit door is closed. Leading edges and aerial's good. Elevator trim tabs, wicks, yep, they all look good. Rudder and wicks are good. Underside looks okay. On the port side, elevator trim tabs, wicks, rudder, aerials, yep. Leading edges all good. Main exit's closed. Luggage compartment's closed. Main landing gear from the rear and wheel looks good. Flaps, tracks, runners, yeah, all looks good. Ailerons, trim tabs and wicks all look good. Light fitting's good. Leading edge, cover's already removed. Light cover, wing strut, yep, that's all good. Leading edges are good. Main landing gear from the front, all looks good. Shocks are out, blanks are all off. Good morning, Steve. Steve, could I have the pre-flight checklist, please?
Pre-flight. External walk round. Completed.
Complete.
Cabin doors. Closed.
Check. Check.
Parking brake set.
Set.
All switches off.
Check. All switches are off.
Circuit breakers off. All set in.
All set in.
Okay, let me know when it's set.
Set.
In your Shula separator, as required.
That'll be the inertial separator. Check.
Standby flap motor switches guarded.
Check. Guarded. Check. Set. Whatever you want. I'm not sure what answer you're looking
Oxygen
for.
supply pressure, check.
Check.
Fuel tank selector valves, both set open.
Both set open. Check.
Ventilation fans off.
Check.
Bleed air heat switch off.
Check.
Cabin heat mixing air pushed for flight.
Check.
Emergency power lever normal.
Check.
Power lever at idle.
Check.
Propeller RPM lever set to max RPM.
Check.
Fuel condition lever cut off.
Check.
Wing flaps handle up.
Check. They're actually at mid. We will leave them at mid.
Fuel shutoff knob open.
Check.
Pre-flight checklist complete.
Pre-start checklist, please.
Pre-start. Battery switch on.
Check.
Beacon light on.
Check.
No smoking and seatbelt lights on.
Check.
Avionics 1 on.
Check.
Annunciator panel check.
Standby. Check.
Ignition switch on.
Check.
Fuel boost switch on.
Check.
Bus volts verify 24 volts.
Check.
Pre-start checklist complete.
tower is 118905. So departure will be 11958. We'll get that one ready. Set altitude.
Welcome back ground. RAF Air 01 Whiskey Tango is type 737 Wedgetail. And we are requesting IFR clearance to Kent International.
Clearance on request. Stand by.
Information Kilo is current clear to Kent International after departure. Flight radar vector is valid. Departure runway 23. Initial climb flight level 040. Departure is on 11958, block 3411. RAF Air 01 Whiskey Tango. Welcome back ground. RAF Air 01 Whiskey Tango is type 737 Wedgetail, requesting IFR clearance to Beacon Hill.
Lossiemouth ground, looking for clearance to Akrotiri, Ascot 5 Mike Whiskey.
Clearance on request. Stand by.
Yeah, Lossiemouth ground. Good morning, United 559, type Cessna 208 on slot 16. I'm requesting my IFR clearance to RF Cranwell as filed.
Lossiemouth ground, looking for clearance to Akrotiri, Ascot 5 Mike Whiskey.
I'll have your clearance in just a second. (559) Information A is current. Cleared to Cranwell. After departure, fly radar vectors D104, Yankee departure, runway 23. Initial climb to 3000. Departure on 119.58, squawk 7327.
Information out is currently correct. Cleared to Cranwell. After departure, fly radar vectors to Delta 104 Yankee. Departure runway 23. Initial climb to 3000. Departure on 119.58. Squawk 7327. 559.
(559) read back correct.
7327 3000 958.
Great, good evening, Delta 3 Golf. Yeah, sir, just like to pick up IFR clearance down Liverpool, please. IFR clearance to Liverpool, please.
Lossiemouth ground, United 559, ready for engine start.
(559) Not clear what you said. Say again.
Lossie Tower, United 559, I am ready for engine start, slot 16.
(559) Say again, please.
Well, Steve, it looks like they're not going to listen to me for the engine start. Lossie ground, 559, ready for engine start and push back. See if that's any clearer for them. I don't want to push back.
559, push back and start approved.
I don't need a pushback because I'm going forward straight out, but I had to say it. Amazing. Right, well, that's another fault to report to them. Steve, starting checklist, please.
Starting. Nav lights on.
Check.
Propeller area, check clear.
Ground, good morning.
Clear left.
KD71, request
Clear left.
IFR clearance to Edinburgh as filed. We have information,
Starter
Sierra.
switch on.
Give me 1 second for that clearance.
Start switch on. Check.
Starting checklist complete.
Rotation. 10, 11, 12. Conditioning to low idle. Temperature's rising. Speed is rising.
Aussie ground. Voodoo 777 type tornado. Would like to request IFR clearance for Breeze Norton.
Clearance on request. You're number 1.
Good engine start.
Aussie Tower.
Okay.
Voodoo 777 cleared Breeze Norton. After departure, flight radar vectors and SD. Depart runway 23. Initial climb to flight level 040. Departure on 119er. 0.58. Squawk 6323. Voodoo.
Post-start checklist, please.
Post start. Starter switch off.
West South ground, Mojo 1 looking to pick up our IFR clearance.
Check.
Cleared to Lossie after departure flight
Starter
radar
switch
vectors,
off.
and then as filed, depart runway 05, initial climb 4000, departure 119.58, squawk 3412, Mojo 1.
Check.
Mojo 01, read back correct.
I don't know what you want me to say, Steve.
Fuel boost
West
switch.
ground, Mojo 1, request startup.
Check.
Avionics 2 on.
Check.
Ground. Logan
Altimeter, check.
0155. Request IFR clearance.
Check.
I'm requesting our
Autopilot set as
IFR
required.
clearance for a flight.
Check.
I'm working on that clearance. Stand by.
Transponder set.
Echo Papa November. Echo Golf Papa
Set.
November.
Post start checklist complete.
Lossiemouth ground, United 559, ready for taxi.
(559), taxi to runway 23 via Alpha 1.
Taxi to runway 23 via Alpha 1, 559. Taxi checklist, please, Steve.
Taxi. Taxi light on.
Check.
Taxiway, clear left and right.
Clear left. Clear right.
Parking brake. Release.
Check.
Strobe lights on.
Check.
Taxi checklist complete.
Lucy Tower, this is Midge 321, type PA28, requesting IFR clearance to Inverness as filed. Clear to Inverness, radar vectors to Inverness, depart on runway 23, climb to 4000 and departure frequency 119.58, Midge 321.
Lossmouth Tower, United 559 at runway 23, ready for departure. Takeoff checklist, please, Steve.
Runway 23, wind 200 at 3, cleared for takeoff.
Takeoff.
Clear for takeoff.
Landing lights on.
Check.
Flaps set for takeoff.
Set for takeoff.
Okay, let me know when it's set.
Set.
Fuel condition lever, high idle.
Check.
Ice protection.
Lossmouth Tower, LEX 215, LEX 19er, IFR.
Cabin air heat pushed for flight.
Echo Golf, Echo Romeo,
Check.
ready to copy.
Transponder checked and on.
Check.
Annunciator lights, check clear.
Check.
Takeoff checklist complete.
Ready to go. And rotate. Positive rate. Flaps going to up.
559, contact departure on 119er, decimal 58.
119 decimal 58, 559. Some out departure, United 559 with you through 1,300 for 4,000 feet. Correction, 3,000 feet.
Identified. Climb 3500, turn left, heading 170, vector to D104 Yankee, and has filed.
Turn left heading 170 and vectors to Delta 104 Yankee, then has filed 559.
Contact Scottish Control on 133.2.
133.2, 559. Scottish Control, United 559 with you through 2,700 for 3,500.
United 559, Scottish Control, identified. Hello there, Eastern QNH 1038.
103.
Standby for number 1.
Easy 63, clearance cleared to Glasgow. You fly vectors Gussie, departure 23, initial climb to 040, squawk 2673. NSK 63 requesting IFR clearance to Glasgow on minutes.
Clearance on request. Stand by.
Golf Charlie Alpha Sierra Papa, Scottish Control turn right, heading 325 vectors 22.
Can you tell us a bit more about the scenery down here, please?
Well, from up here, the scenery looks like someone spilled a giant green carpet over a load of hills and then got bored and stuck a river through it. Classic Scotland, really.
That's one way of describing it.
Scottish Tower, Delta Oscar November, just passing Alford at 7 kilometres away. Just checking for any other aircraft in the area. Delta Oscar November. Remain outside controlled airspace. Scope conspicuity and pre-call. SCSI for assistance while VFR. Delta Oscar November, request assistance, confirm other aircraft in the area. Delta Oscar November.
Delta Oscar November, negative, remain outside controlled airspace, squawk conspicuity and free call Scottish information for further assistance while VFR.
Delta Oscar November, acknowledged.
Say the frequency again for JetBlue 7.
JetBlue 7, contact Wick approach on 125.39er.
125.39er, JetBlue 7.
Diamond 36, Romeo Bravo, Scottish Control, contact Lottie approach on 119.58.
I just love it when it does this. Why has it done that? That's not my flight plan. Oh, crying out loud. Just sometimes you load these flight plans into the sim,
Bravo Golf descend flight level 070.
Drops them out. It just
flight
puts
level 070, easy
so
48 Bravo Golf.
Why we were going the route we were going, it didn't seem right. But that's better. We might get a bit more back on track now to where we should be. I didn't want to go directly over Cairngorms. The route I used to drive down would have been down round through that way, through past Drumoxty down the A9, but I wanted to go around the back a bit more. So as you can see on here, heading for Naxhill, that should take us around the back a little bit better. It's more sort of Glenshee.
128.125. Brian 511.
Brian 511, contact London Control on 128.125. Safe flight. Speedbird 1316, descend and maintain 7,000.
Descend and maintain 7,000. Speedbird 1316.
KD71, contact Edinburgh approach on 121.205.
Switching to Edinburgh approach on 121.205. KD71.
What wouldn't surprise me today, I'm flying real time, live weather. It's actually a Sunday morning. I wouldn't surprise me if I do get some live traffic come along and buzz me. We're in a military area. I would expect people to come and do that kind of thing. So we may see something a little bit different there today. As you can see, we've got Branningham 61, not far away from me. I don't expect that he's going to actually cause any close flight issues, but must admit, when we're doing multiplayer flights and we're about, we do go up and buzz people now and again, give them a little bit of an escort before going off. We don't try and get too much in their way, just in case they're doing something like this. But this is the reality of the game that we're playing. As much as try and make it as real life as possible, and it does look really good, and it's behaving well at the moment. Have to accept that when we've got live traffic on like this, things like that will happen. If you don't want it, you turn it off. Generally the weather's holding up better here than I expected. certainly down in Lincolnshire at the moment, it's not quite as clear as this. In case you haven't worked out, you know, with this being the last flight down to Cranwell, Cranwell is the local airfield to Birmingham.
I'm working on that clearance. Stand by.
Speedboard 44 from Mike, clear to London East, Norway, request departure. Departure runway 16, climb to 4,000 feet. Departure runway is 5.4, stroke 1455.
Right, we're coming up a turn here shortly now, 3 miles away. You can see out in front of us is the North Sea, it's the Aberdeen coast down there. So we're over Aberdeen.
15 Delta, climb flight level 350.
Aberdeen itself is further back.
Climb flight level 350 for Cessna 15 Delta.
Nordic 1640, descend, flight level 070.
But we'll be turning down, heading back towards Dundee.
Flight level 070, Nordic 1640.
We're flying over Fife area, another area I've been to before. Lived there for a few years while I was in the RAF at Lucas. As you can probably tell from my accent, I'm not Scottish, but I did choose to go to I didn't want to be typical of a lot of people joining me. If I tried to go to somewhere close to home, I wanted to
Cessna 6 Whiskey Bravo,
get
roger.
away from home. So I went from
Cessna
South
6
Coast
Whiskey
to
Bravo, contact Aberdeen Dice Tower on 121.25.
121, descend on 25, 6 Whiskey Bravo. Brian 511, roger. Brian 511, contact London Control on 128.125.
128.125, Brian 511. Center, Brian 511 is with you 7,000 feet.
Center to Skyhawk 428 Kilo Hotel with request.
Skyhawk 428 Kilo Hotel, Scottish Control, pass your message.
Skyhawk 8 Kilo Hotel, like to request flight following 3623 ident. Skyhawk 8 Kilo Hotel.
For Heavy, we'd like to request flight level 370 as our final altitude. Emirates 24, climb flight level 370.
70, Emirates 24 heavy.
Scottish Patrol, Skyhawk 428 Kilo Hotel. Are you having trouble identifying me?
Skyhawk 8 Kilo Hotel. Basic information service is on request. Squawk 3623 then ident.
1002, Skyhawk 8 Kilo Hotel.
Continue climb to 320 is preferable. Shuttle 19 Papa.
Shuttle 19 Papa, climb flight level 320.
Climbing flight level 320, Shuttle 19 Papa.
Cessna X-ray 24, contact Aberdeen approach on 119.055.
As we see over there, we see the sun shining on the Firth of Tay over there. Firth of Tay, Dundee. After that, it would be the Firth of Forth going through Edinburgh. So we've cleared all the higher ground here. Now we're now in the lower central belt kind of area we're coming up to. If we continue with this cloud at this level, I might change over to VFR. Drop down a bit. In fact, I'll ask for an altitude change anyway. Scottish Control, United 559, request an altitude change to 2,500 feet.
559, descend altitude to 500 feet, QNH 1038.
Acknowledged, 559.
Scottish Control Royal on how would like to descend to flight level 8000.
Royal 1 Alpha, descend, flight level 200.
I think I'm going to drop down and do some
Scottish Control Royal 1 Alpha, request descent to flight level 8000.
Scottish Control United 559 request to cancel my IFR clearance and continue flight to RF Cranwell on VFR.
.559 Roger. Radar services terminated. Squawk conspicuity.
Roger.
Window and try not to get distracted by the clouds that look like mashed potatoes. You'll notice we're near Kirriemuir. It's a small Scottish town, famous for being the birthplace of J.M. Barrie, the bloke who invented Peter Pan. Imagine living somewhere so inspiring, you invent a boy who never grows up. Although, to be fair, that's just most men, isn't it? Kirriemuir's also got a hill with a camera obscura on it, which is like an olden days CCTV for people who had too much time on their hands.
Right, we're going to go in over Dundee now. I'll try and head in over the law, and then we'll go over the bridge.
Center, Dundee 005 with you at the airport. Your information, Papa.
Scandinavian 1123, contact Edinburgh approach on 121.205.
Contacting Edinburgh approach on 121.205, Scandinavian 1123.
500. Certainly seems to be expanding more out the north end of Dundee now. Right, this is the only problem I am going to get. There is like this, now I'm down a bit lower, it's getting a bit stuttery at times.
500. 500.
Scottish Control, North Shuttle 1363, flight level 350.
North Shuttle 1363, Scottish Control identified. Good morning.
Arrow 7, Juliet Mike, center, position 60 miles south of Aberdeen at 4,500. Arrow 7, Juliet Mike, center, request IFR clearance to Echo Golf Bravo Juliet.
Ryanair 1512, contact Glasgow approach on 119.105.
Going to 119.105, Ryanair 1512.
If you look out the window, you'll spot Lushars, which is mostly famous for its RAF base. It's one of those places that's been around since before people realized planes could actually fly, not just fall with style. The base has been here since 1916, which is ages ago, back when people thought mustaches made you more aerodynamic. Here's something. During the Cold War, this place was on high alert in case anyone tried to invade Scotland, which, let's be honest, would be a bit of a surprise attack. I once heard my mate Toby tried to sneak onto the base dressed as a seagull, claiming he was on a reconnaissance mission. He got as far as the fence before realizing seagulls can't open gates.
Well, shame you can't say Luchars. Yeah, I was based there, 43 Squadron.
CZ278, read that correct?
I live down over there in Cooper. St Andrews over there.
Scandinavian 42 Bravo, contact Edinburgh approach on 121.205.
Right, with that we should call this end of part 1. See you shortly again, part 2.